Hey guys, how you doing? Gavin Timms with REI Network. How's it going? We are back with another episode. Super excited about today's episode because I'm going to be teaching you, the fastest way to do a wholesale deal using $0, using none of your own money, even zero money. Even in marketing. All right, this is how I got started in the business, so I can talk to you about personal experience of actually doing this. So I know it works. I have clients that do this as well, to get your first wholesale deal if you don't have any money. I'm talking, like I said, not to even buy a house, but actually to do the marketing as well. Just before we jump in though, if you're watching, make sure you like and subscribe. Okay, I have more content coming. Go and check out my YouTube channel or my podcast, REI Network podcast with Gavin Timms. That would be awesome. And if you want some downloads, go to reinetwork.com/downloads. Okay. So anyway, let's get back in. Let's get straight back into this. How are we actually going to do a deal with no money down? Now, there's two things in this business that you need. Number one is money. Number two is time. Okay. Or you need both. Okay. If you have both, obviously it is slightly easier if you do have time to work your business and you have money. Now, or you need at least one of them. Now, on this episode, again, how do you do what's the fastest way for you to do a wholesale deal with no money? And again, that is for marketing and putting earnest money down or even buying the deal. Okay. And that's what I want to talk to you about. So the first thing that you need to do if you're new, all right, is you need to start networking, right? REI Network. Okay, that's why I called it, because I am passionate about the word networking. I believe this business is a lot about networking, okay, building relationships, collaborating with other investors to get deals done. Okay, that could be other wholesalers, it could be property managers, realtors, cash buyers, all of the above, to actually get results. So what I want you to do and how you're going to do this, and this is exactly what I did, is to start networking in your local market, okay, and find out who is doing marketing currently, and find out what have they got going on in their business. And the big thing that you want to focus on when you're networking is how their systems are built and how much follow-up they're doing to get their deals. Now, what you'll find is a lot of investors, they pick their onesie twosies from the marketing efforts that they're doing. You'll see a lot of investors that are only doing one deal, maybe two deals a month, do not do a lot of follow-up. Now, I'm here to tell you from, again, experience that I currently do in my business, that over 90% of the deals that I do come from follow-up. You've heard me before. I talk about it a lot. It's all about the follow-up. Now, again, there's so many people out there doing marketing, outbound and inbound. Remember, outbound is where you're doing your texting and your cold calling potentially. In your inbound could be your direct mail, your PPC, your Facebook ads, and things like that, where they're calling you. Now, regardless of what they're doing, a lot of people fail on the follow-up. So if you can network and build relationships and collaborate with people in your rear groups, in Facebook groups, in local meetups, okay, and build relationships with people, you can actually join them and help them with the follow-up. That's how, again, I started. So get this. You're going to be using your time with their resources. So you don't need systems anymore. You just need a phone to be able to dial from. Now you could say, well, you said no money. Well, obviously you need a phone, right? And if you have a phone, maybe a laptop and an internet connection, but at least a phone, you can use pen, paper, spreadsheets. You can be invited into their CRM to start doing their follow-up. All right. And that is going to be the fastest way, by partnering up with someone that doesn't have a good follow-up system, where you can then go, well, what if I work your follow-up, and if I get anything, we'll partner on the deal 50-50. How does that sound? So you're literally using free leads that have coming in from maybe direct mail, again, PPC, cold calling, whatever, that have been pre-screened, that wasn't a deal today, but they haven't been followed up on. And I am telling you, you're going to have a lot of investors at these meetings that are in that position. They may be doing a few deals, but they're not really following up. And if you can just dial, okay, then follow up leads, and make sure that you have great communication. If you want to get more leads off them and you want to build a relationship with these people, And you only need to start with 1 or 2 people to start with. Even one is a good start, right? And even if they're not just going to hand the CRM of leads over to you. All right, you're going to have to build a relationship. So ask for 10 leads to see how it's going to go, and make sure you deliver. Okay, make sure you're calling them people, you're taking good notes, you're giving them updates, all right, on where you're at, what you're working on. And when I did this, when I first started, I spent $750 on direct mail, did not do a deal. And then I went to this model. I literally stood up, okay, in a meetup with 40 other people. And I said, hey, my name's Gavin Timms. I'm from England originally. I'm new to real estate. One thing I believe I can do is that I'm good at talking to people, and I believe I can close deals. I just can't, I don't have the money for leads. If anyone wants to partner or do anything like that, let's talk. And I kind of sat back down, gave my number out, and sat back down. From that, okay, I met a lady, and we talked. We said, hey, let's meet at a coffee shop tomorrow, which we did. She bought a spreadsheet on a laptop with 60 dead leads, okay, from direct mail. These were 3-month-old, I could see with the notes. And they said, look, these are all dead, but you never know if you want to call them. And if you call them, see if you can do anything with them. So I did. I called one at a time, and I reached about 40 people over a week period of dialing every single day. And we actually locked up 2 deals within about 7 to 10 days. I had my first 2 deals under contract and in closing, and they were only small deals, okay, but the concept had been proven. I knew that, hold on a minute, if I could work with people with no overhead, and I was making 50% of the profit to put the time in, and I was only working the phone. So I'd actually set this up. I was never in appointments. Okay. I wasn't on the contract even, because I was scared to death of actually having to buy this house. Remember, I didn't know anything. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was making things happen. Now, I'm not saying you don't need to be on the contract, depending on where you're at. But my point of this is that you're going to be JVing and networking with other people, spending money on leads and then not working them efficiently. Okay. And if you can tap into that and use your time, that is going to be the fastest way to doing a real estate deal. And that is how you're going to get on the map. You're gonna prove all your doubters wrong. Okay, it may be family members, the circle of people around you. All right, if they're used to going to a job, they may not be an entrepreneur. They may not have an entrepreneur mindset, and they're going to doubt you. And that's okay. You've just got to work through that and channel that into positivity for you, to fuel you to get results. That's what you need to do. Okay. And once you do that, that's then, guess what they're going to do when you start to get results. Then they're all going to want to know how you did it, and they're going to want to get on board with you. That's just the way the world works, right? So don't worry too much about that. But guess what also is going to happen? So that is going to be, again, the fastest way to a deal, all right, is again to network with someone else, build a relationship, start working their dead leads. Okay, and this could be for wholesale or creative. It works exactly the same way. And then keeping them in communication, keeping them update, showing you that you're updating the notes, you're hungry, you want this. And I am telling you, within a couple of weeks, you will see success. Our acquisition manager has been with us 10 days. Okay. And he's already got 3, 4, 5 deals potentially getting signed just from follow up. Okay. Plug it into the system, just like you would be as a new person. All right, plugging away and getting deals, under contract from the follow-up. But you're going to be offering a 50-50 split with no marketing dollars out of pocket, just profit on your side. And you can negotiate the splits, but I'd be heading into a 50-50. Now, what is that going to do for you if this works? Now this is what you got to be thinking. So I've just told you the fastest way to make money in real estate with zero money, and I'm telling you it works. And I want you to message me if you have done this and you're listening. I want you to put a comment. If you're gonna go and do it, I want you to put a comment. And once you've done it, I want you to come back and comment. All right, and let me know if this worked for you. But the cool thing is where does it go next? This is the crazy thing, because once you have then proven yourself, like I did, I got 2 deals in the space of 10 days, from dead leads. I'm hungry. I'm going to make this work. I had the mindset that I would not be stopped. Okay. And I was going to do whatever it took to get results. Now, once I proved myself and did that, guess what happens? Now you're in a powerful position to start calling a few more shots, to start being a little more daring and risky, to build and push that relationship on, as I did by starting to say, hey, what if you start to do some more marketing, you start paying for marketing, I'll take the calls, get them under contract. You can either buy the deal or move it, okay, to you and dispo it, and we'll partner 50-50. How does that sound? And that is then how I started to build the business. Okay, we started then, and then it was asked to me, well, how much do you want to put in? How much are you thinking? And I was like, maybe 2,000. And she was like, yeah, no problem, done. So now we were doing 2,000 a month on direct mail. And then we did some deals together. I was also working with two other people doing exactly the same thing. So all of a sudden now I had marketing paid for. I was doing the phone work, locking it up. They were dispoing it. Okay. But they wouldn't get involved until I had a contract. And then we were splitting 50-50. And that is how I then made money. Because remember, when you start to have more money, you start to reinvest, you can start to build your own system. So then I flipped roles in my business and actually started to be on the initial side of building the systems, doing the marketing, and getting other people to do the work, and started to grow the business in that way. But you can do exactly the same. And again, that is going to be the fastest way to doing it. And then the fastest way to start doing multiple deals and growing a partnership. And once you've got their money coming in and you've solved the core problem before because you didn't have money, now you're making money, you're making good money, you're doing assignment fees from $5, $10, $15, $20,000. You're changing your life. Because remember, you don't know this maybe if you're watching this for the first time, but for me as a golf professional, when I got offered the job in the United States, a 5 days vacation at $40,000 a year with a $5,000 bonus, I knew when I got into real estate and went all in, that I needed to do 45,000 in year one to break even, and I smashed that target within 6 months, and then built from there. When I was making the money of doing 5,000 a month, and then 10 and 15 a month, and so on, gives you a different position in your real estate business to then grow and start learning more about the systems and creating a business for you to be able to work on and not in. Okay. And you've heard me before talk about the 3 phases versus the partnership. And I actually did it in reverse. I did the partnership. I started to then build my own systems out with other wholesalers. And then we started to then develop more of a business, working on the business by hiring acquisition, doing the disposition, doing different marketing channels. Okay. And I started to then take a high level on the business to kind of oversee everything as a business owner, and started to then transition to work 100% on the business and not in the business. And I think a lot of you listening to this, that's where you're heading. And I'd never read a book on real estate. I'd never bought courses or anything like that. I went straight into coaching. Obviously, being a golf professional, being a coach, I understand the importance of coaching. So I wanted to learn the right way, and I wanted to be successful, and I wanted to get there as fast as possible. I knew I needed a coach. That's my mindset. Maybe you're different and you can follow on with courses, but I needed to get my questions answered. I needed to meet on Zoom and get help and get results. And that's what I chose to do. And I wanted to really give myself, after jumping into real estate. I mean, I've never been in real estate. I've never done anything like that. And I knew, it was sales and marketing, and had the self-belief to be able to do this. And once I'd be able to create and build on it. And that's exactly what I did. To then doing, 6, 7, 8, 10 deals a month in wholesale, adding creative finance, adding fix and flips, working multiple markets, doing deals from from all virtual, from Savannah to Maui, from England, doing deals in Alabama, Louisiana, Florida, done deals in a lot of different states. But it didn't happen overnight, right? You have to have a plan. You have to start somewhere. And the big thing is proof of concept, getting your first wholesale deal done, and understanding, of course, if you have money and you can put money into marketing and do all them things, yes, obviously that's going to help. But on this episode, I want to talk to you exactly what I did to do a deal with zero money, because the money that I put into direct mail, I didn't do a deal off. Okay. Not my first deal anyway. It came from doing this, and then got the investor, the wholesaler, the partner to invest. And that is the model now that I use. We flip-flopped them roles, and I'm telling you now, these are the things. Collaboration is the key to getting results in this business. Again, REI Network, I called it that because this is how I started. This is how I believe I made it in the business, and I have some of the best, and I'm thankful to have the best relationships in the business. I know some of the top guys, they're good friends of mine. But I treat everyone the same, right? I just got a couple of messages on Instagram of a guy I've never met. I don't even coach him. He asked me a few questions. I helped him, and he's just done his first deal for $5,000, and I made up for him, right? And then that's what it's all about. I get more from the people that I can help. If you're watching this again, give me a like, give me a comment. Tell me if you didn't like it. I don't know. It doesn't have to be good. Feedback is everything to make us better. And that's what I thrive off, right? I try and do the best. I try and be the best version of me, trying to be the best mentor I can be. And I don't have all the answers. And if I don't, I'm the first to tell you that. But I want to get results. And everyone that I work with that's in the program, that I work with now, my goal is everyone to get results, and my goal is everyone to work on the business and not in it. And I think that's everyone's goal. And I'm not, as you probably know, again, if you've been following me, I'm not about the big office and the massive teams. I like to be kind of keep things lean and on target and KPIs and get results. Okay, and have a profitable business that I can work from anywhere, and that's the goal. And I will not change that. Anything that I invest in now needs to align. You will not see me tied down to one state. I just got back from Michigan after 5 weeks. We're heading to Florida as I'm recording this in a couple of days for a week, and then I'm back up to Michigan to buy a lake house that we're getting up there. So it's good, and I work, every day, well, Monday to Friday, and I work on the road. I work from the RV. Because I've built something that operates from a phone and a laptop, and it's pretty amazing. And I wouldn't swap it for the world. I really wouldn't. You could pay me $1 million a month, and you probably say, yeah, right, if someone really did that. No, I wouldn't give it up, because it's more to life than money. You have to experience life, right? You never know when your time's up, and with family and friends. And if you're in corporate and you're working, I have a neighbor that does, I was talking to him this morning, 200,000 a year he's making. He's absolutely miserable in a corporate job, working too much, miserable as can be. And I'd take 60,000, right? 40,000 to have freedom to be able to travel and do things from anywhere, and then build on that, right? To 500,000, doing over $1 million a year. Whatever your goals are, you can hit them. So keep going, guys. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer anything. Put them in the chat. If you need, help with anything, reach out, DM me on Instagram, gavin.tims on Instagram. You can put in the chat of if you're watching on YouTube. And if you listen to the podcast again, hopefully this helps. All right, guys, appreciate you. If you're interested in working with me, you can email me at support@reinetwork.com, or go to, if you want to get into the group section, go to reinetwork.com/join, and we'll be happy to have a conversation. If not, just stay tuned. I'll be giving more content out, and hopefully serving you all. All right, appreciate you guys. You have a good day. Keep going, keep investing, and have a good one. Thanks. Bye-bye.